Okay, so I'm gonna put together some pieces. This isn't like, a psychic prediction. This is like, read the room kind of prediction. So, I feel like we're there. We're at the place that, we were building up to. I don't know how long this part's gonna take, but I think that we're actually at the um the lightning strike. There's so on TikTok, all of these different soldiers, they are like half our military is quitting right now because of this. They don't want it. That's not by accident. Hospital employees, half of medical community employees are all leaving because of that. Uh, so many people. It's right when unemployment is ending. I don't know if it's just the people who were on it. Like, I don't know what else is going on about that. But at the same time, they are reducing our people. Don't forget who he just flew in with 20,000 people that we know for sure of, uh, soldier age men that haven't been vetted. The borders are open to all of the criminals to cross over there. So we had just tons of every kind, like the cartel, the different mafia. I mean, we've got every kind of militant. Uh, I would say I would only be able to just think of them all as kind of like gangsters. Um, so we've got all those that have come over here. He is shipping with boats, trains. I've seen trains, long trains in several different states. Now I've seen a boat, a real long barge or something, full of tanks, all war stuff, all stuff to fight, medical trucks, all stuff you have seen like on MASH or something. They're all going all over the place. People are finding them everywhere in small towns and stuff. Then I saw where they said that they're going to attack the rural communities first. That they're going to go after the people who don't have these and start taking people out of their homes and kidnapping them and taking kids away from people and stuff and putting them into the camps. So it's so hard to know what words you can say. They'll still figure out some way because they don't want any of this truth to get passed around. But, we need to know what's going on. So at the same time as that, the one person who I was just talking to the other day, who he's on the malicious, he's on the side of freedom against the government. But he's also sees everybody as enemy, like this is going to be super brutal. But he was saying, and I've heard this all a bunch of times, that there's a shit ton of Chinese soldiers on the border. Watch, I'm only 15 minutes from the border. And they're lined up. They're about to come over. So all of this is being put together very much like we're all arguing about this, but they're about to force it. We're about to be invaded by, like I saw, it said that it was Joe. I don't know who it was. The hurricane, the hurricane site in I think like New Jersey or New York or something, someplace up there. I'm not sure, but it was live footage on TikTok, supposedly on Yahoo.com. And the thing, like while I'm watching this, all the people that are trying to clear back. I mean, this was like this was not. This was so unreal. It was just, like crowds of people coming up, and these people who are scooting the people back, they aren't in suits. They are in, they look like casino workers in the Caribbean or something. I don't know what this security is. It's very, and the fact that they have the president of the United States surrounded by people that they can't get them off of him, and that this wouldn't have all been already situated beforehand. I mean, usually when they're going to come, it's like all of that stuff is already, bordered off. Like, people can't just get up there like that. I mean, this is the most wonky bullshit thing. But, whatever. We know it's all just ridiculous. We know everything is leading to the truth and everything but I mean, this sounds like we're going into the revolution, and it is going to be the people against the government. And I mean, I just see one after another on TikTok, and people are ready. I mean, they're ready. They're prepared. I've got some bug spray, which I did see in a movie yesterday, which is a really good movie too. It's one of those that I think it's a red pill movie. I think it was called I have it written right over there. Something Wind Song, I think it is. It's on Netflix. But it is really good, and it really wakes you up to how I think that indigenous communities are treated right now. And so I really recommend that movie. But I saw where they're being attacked. They're going in and taking their kids and stuff, like, and they're saying they're removing them and putting them in Christian homes to be raised now. The government, it's just so crazy, because like those of us who were paying attention knew that that's what was coming, and to be seeing it happening is I don't know, it's weird, because you thought people would wake up, we wouldn't get here, but now I see like how really what the point is about this waking these people up. It wasn't just like a little thing. I mean, now I see like, man, this is conscious stuck. I mean, they're stuck in this three-dimensional, and we're about to move. I mean, with this, we're moving into a whole nother realm of reality. And yeah, so it's a lot more expansive for a consciousness, and you can't go there if you're locked in somewhere else, because it's in your mind. And if your mind is distracted and being manipulated by another reality, you can't break free. So anyways, all these people are supposed to be getting woke up, and I get the point of it now, why it's drug on so long and why it's been so horrendous, man. But anyways, so if the stuff is about to go down, they are already, it's already so out of control everywhere. But I say be prepared. I think one of the most important things about why they kept saying get food, get food, get food was because they were going to do this to cut us off from food, besides the fact that they are destroying crops and stuff. So it was, be prepared. And so that's important. And then there's going to be a lot of people we know that are not prepared at all. And I think this is where people are going to have to get into that part of themselves to trust and forgive and stuff like that. Because, there's some people who I think they probably have enough to share. I mean, this isn't going to go on forever. Once it starts going on, I think it's going to move pretty quickly. I don't think it's going to go on for a long time. I know that there's a lot of doomsdayers who believe this is going to go, like, this is it. Like, this is the way it's going to be. And until Jesus comes and all this kind of stuff, I don't align with that kind of stuff. I think this is all to wake people up, because this is all a biblical, spiritual thing that's going on about consciousness to break free from this enslaved system. So, once it goes down, I think this is what 107 is talking about, the near-death experience. Because once it goes down, and it's just going to seem hopeless. I mean, there's going to be some really horrible tragedies all around us. And, we've already got the 13 soldiers who, in my opinion, they gave up that was their life that they chose to do. It was to come in here and wake people up. They've got so many people woke up from what just happened with them. They did a mass awakening. I was just thinking, man, that's so crazy how 13 people can wake up so many people. But, on a soul level, Like, I'm not talking about on three-dimensional level. On three-dimensional level, yeah, it's sad and it's tragic, and we all feel pain when we lose people, and we all are having to acknowledge what a corrupt system we are waking up to. So the food thing, I think it is about being prepared, but also, really think about your health. Like for my stuff, I don't have 10 tons of food. I've got some dry stuff, some beans and some rice and some canned stuff. I don't have enough stuff to go for a year. But also I got stuff like, some tuna and crackers, because you can actually make it on just a few bites a day. You don't need, we've got this idea in our mind as Americans and as they've fattened us up for the feast, that we need a lot more than what we do. It's going to be pretty hard for some people who are used to the feeding times and a lot of consuming and stuff. But just reel it back, slowly, like I have been for the last couple of weeks, just slowly been just cutting back a little bit, kind of shrinking my stomach, preparing, because I know I don't need as much as what, I can enjoy eating. And it's going to get in a pretty tight situation here for a while. I don't know how long a while. I hope it would only be a couple weeks. I don't know. I mean, if it's a month or something, I don't know. I mean, we'll just see. But, hopefully when people start seeing people in their neighborhoods being drug out and taken to these things, it's going to click in. We're in the Holocaust. People are going to start really getting it. They haven't been able to click out and see that. Even when I was pointing it out on next door, just blatantly saying it and pointing out the similarities, they couldn't wrap their heads around it. They just thought, how rude of me to bring up those people suffering and compare that to these people who make this choice not to do this and stuff. It's like, well, yeah, on the surface, you can see whatever you want to see. It's going to reflect back to you who and what you are. and, so, yeah, you got to go deeper into stuff, and you got to think about stuff, and, use your own discernment, use your own logic, your own, all these weird words going, but your own common sense, your own critical thinking, and, you know, and think about yourself in some of these people's positions. Like if you think like, oh yeah, if you don't do that, then you deserve to be arrested. You deserve to go to the gas chamber. And like, how did you feel when you heard about Hitler and stuff? Like, did you think like those people deserved it? You got to start looking at things in a different perspective. You can't get all hung up in this narrative like that people are doing something wrong. The only thing that people are doing wrong is breaking free from a system of control and corruption and saying, we don't need you anymore. You've stepped over your bounds. No, you're not. I don't need you. I'm a free human being. We have rights. And, and they don't like that. So anyways, be prepared, but also, just no matter what, try and, keep your spirits up, really work on your own self. Don't, if it's too much, detach from what's going on around you. One of my daughters was just telling me for her own mental health, she has to not pay attention to that. She's really trying to heal her own stuff. So that is what's really important here. It's not, as long as you have are able to focus on your spiritual side, that is what is important, because that will pull you out of this three-dimensional system. You will have to detach from it. So it will happen kind of in sync with one another, I don't know how it's all going to happen, but it will happen once you start listening to your spiritual side. Once you start tuning into yourself, trust yourself. Yourself will let you know. And you will always be where you're supposed to be, and you'll always be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because, like I said before, I do believe when your soul was creating this experience, that is when it was written. Now you're just experiencing it to see what it feels like. So this is just part of the process, but it's already written. You are where you're supposed to be. Everything that happens was supposed to happen that way. And this is all about learning about trust, about learning that you are an eternal being, that you are alive forever. There is no death. That's an illusion. So anyways, just be prepared, but really try and stay positive, try and stay hopeful, because remember, we are moving to the age of Aquarius, and it's going to be so much better. It's going to be really beautiful, and it's going to be really exciting, but it is important for you to work on yourself, because we can't take this bad energy into that new heaven on earth environment. So really work on yourself, work on your wounds, because then you start noticing, that we've all been part of the problem. The problem couldn't exist without us all participating. We need to pull ourselves out. We need to recognize all of our parts that we play so that we can make a new world. So, anyways, just be prepared. And, if you haven't gotten food and stuff, whatever you need, then, start getting that stuff together, because even if you're not seeing anything in your community, it's happening all over the place. Stuff is going down, and it's going to start going a lot faster, I think. So anyways, just be prepared, and I'll talk to you later. I'll still be coming, and anybody, if this does open up all of a sudden during this time and people start really panicking and they want to talk or anything, you can email, and ask questions and comments, because a lot of people are looking to make connections and want to talk. So, go in and, reach out and ask people questions, because everybody's looking for answers right now. I just saw on, that's what I was going to say earlier, when I went on to YouTube, how it has a little thing. People who watch Kelly Hart's channel also watch. And so I went to see, like, it's interesting to see what category, like, what other people are they watching. And it was all about spiritual stuff. It was all about growth. It was all about trying to understand our reality, about the aliens and all that stuff. So, I know the people who come here are looking for answers. And, they're out there. And, we've just been so confused by this reality. And it's very confusing to pull out of it. But it's, so much better. So much better. Oh my gosh. They just want you to feel bad about yourself and be sad. And, you can find happiness. It's in you. So, anyways, I will be back tomorrow. I'll talk to you later. Bye.